right, so you guys know what Pinterest is. 70 million people on there. I think maybe 12 of them are men.
That is not true.
No, I'm serious. Actually,
Pinterest is good for everyone.
Well, only 5% of the users are men. And it used to be about crafts and tips, but now it's a full-blown lifestyle community complete with wedding ideas, cooking tips, vacation recommendations.
Everything.
It's motivating, it's inspiring according to the people that use it, of which I am not one, but are all those posts realistic? One woman decided to play with that idea, and that woman would be Rachel Wilkerson Miller, BuzzFeed senior lifestyle editor, joins us now, and of course, I got Melissa Knowles in the building, who is a Pinterest user herself. Rachel, this reminded me of the woman who took on Oprah's favorite things and decided to live her life that way. Why did you take on this challenge? What was your motivation?
Well, Pinterest has this reputation of being ultra feminine to the point where it puts a lot of unrealistic pressure on women, makes them feel bad about themselves. So I wanted to kind of explore, because I'm a fan of Pinterest and I don't use it in a way that seems harmful to me. I wanted to give it a try and see, could you even do all of the things that Pinterest is sort of suggesting that you do according to their popular page?
All right, Rachel, let's start with your makeup experience. Now, you took on how to contour. I'm a huge fan of contouring. How did it work out for you?
It was a little underwhelming, but I couldn't decide how to feel about it. My husband at first said he couldn't tell. Then he said it looked like I was wearing stage makeup. The process itself was sort of terrifying, as my skin was like really dark in spots and then really bright in others. But the end result was kind of like, I couldn't tell if it had worked, if I looked sculpted, or if I just looked dirty.
I'm feeling really out of place in this conversation right now.
The key to contouring is blending. People out there who know makeup know. No, it really is. It's about, because you're darker and you're creating light on your face. That's the whole point of contouring, and making things smaller and making things
so. You use Pinterest for this stuff?
I use Pinterest for makeup tips, for dream gowns by Zach Posen that I'll never be able to buy, but I can dream about them. I can learn how to do that perfect. I can never get that wingtip liner, but Pinterest shows me how to do it. It's step by step.
All right, so Rachel, your next challenge was cooking ideas. How'd that turn out? Edible, inedible, disaster?
It depended. In general, I am a pretty good cook. I felt pretty confident at this point, and the first thing I decided to make were these Nutella pancake kebabs, which are extremely popular on Pinterest.
Sounds yummy.
And mine were so ugly. The pancakes got cold, and it was just kind of like I was feeling a little overconfident, so that brought me back down to earth. I also made a casserole that was so rich, I felt sick for the rest of the night. Same with the pancakes. I wouldn't recommend eating Nutella for breakfast, at least not very often.
So maybe not Pinterest for the recipes. Joining us now, one of our Facebook commentators, Melissa Gordon via Skype. Melissa, you use Pinterest for cooking as well, I understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how do your recipes turn out?
They turn out pretty well. I only take on recipes that I'm pretty comfortable cooking. I don't want to cook anything that I don't want to eat.
So if you weren't so comfortable cooking, do you feel like Pinterest wouldn't be a good place to go for like the novice?
It's pretty ambitious. You have to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then taking on a recipe, it might be a bit too much.
All right, thanks for joining us, Melissa. We appreciate you. Maybe she'll send us some grub, right? Rachel, one of your biggest Pinterest wins, not fails, was organization. Now, was it life-changing? I know you had the tension rod going.
The tension rod didn't work out as well as the pins had promised, but the organization, which was basically just taking all of your junk and putting it in baskets, not exactly groundbreaking, but I think just looking at it as this pin was a reminder, hey, this closet is driving you crazy. Why don't you just do something about it? Get a bunch of baskets. I got them at the dollar store. It was cheap. Probably took 40 minutes, and the closet looks so much better. I discovered a bunch of Scotch tape and batteries, so we're set on that front. So that was definitely worth it and not stressful at all.
I can say that regardless of how you go about it, whatever works for you, as long as it feels organized to you, that's definitely a win, because being disorganized is so
chaos.
stressful.
It's total chaos in your life if you're not.
I know. You should see the way I got scripts just plastered all across the studio ground over here. Maybe I got to get on Pinterest to figure that out.
You should.
Now, we've got another Facebook commentator, Kristen Chase, also joining us via Skype. Kristen, you're a mom of 4. Has Pinterest helped you legitimately organize? I can only imagine how many toys are strewn about the house.
Oh, what are you saying? Come on. They're neatly put in bins in my closet, guys. No, actually, what's interesting is I am a mom of 4, but I also run Cool Mom Picks and Cool Mom Tech, which is an online magazine. And, you know, our motto is that we love Pinterest, but we don't love Pinterest guilt. Because, look, people seem to know that magazines, there's editors and photographers behind the scenes, but we go on Pinterest and we're like, those are our friends, they're bloggers, they're just like us. And we don't realize that there's a lot going on behind the scenes to get those perfect photos.
Now, I know you run a website called Cool Mom Pics. Are you somebody who also supplies content to Pinterest, or do you just go on there and take?
Well, that's a great question. And actually, we are curators. So if we take, we make sure to credit everyone so people know where to go. But it's a big deal for people when they click and the links are dead. It's frustrating. So at least with our boards and the people that we follow, we really want to find great sources, original sources, and we want things to be useful and valuable for the people that follow us. And I think that's an important tip if you're going to use Pinterest, is follow great people.
All right, I will follow great people, and I will thank you, Kristen. Thanks so much. Appreciate your time. Okay.